Alright. Um, so today's topic is on the subject of friends. And for me personally, I feel like I'm not necessarily at a point where I feel like I need to make more friends because I feel like I already have a good collection of friends already. One way that I like to think about friends is like how in the game Persona, where you have the other characters that you can like fight with, that also appear like in real life that would essentially be your friends. Like in the game, they're called confidants, and I think that that concept is really cool. And the fact that it's like the more time you spend with one of the characters, the more things you can get out of that character, if that makes sense. Like if you say in Persona 5, if you spend more time with Ryuji, you get, I think that's his name. The more time you spend with him, the more stuff, the more like there are certain skills and attributes that you can get from that character, which will obviously make you stronger in the game. And I feel like you can also say the same thing in real life because let's say hypothetically, like you are you and you have all the skills that you have. But let's say you make a friend and they know how to do something that you don't know how to do, and then they like teach it to you. It's like, well, now you have a new skill that you can take out and maybe even apply it to like something else that you know how to do. Like if you like to make music, maybe they got some sauce that you don't have. Like maybe they got certain presets, maybe they know plugins, hacks, techniques that you can use to make your music better. So back to me though, part of the reason why I don't really care to make new friends is one, I don't really like to go out and do shit because where I live, there's like, to me at least, there's not a lot of shit to do. And also the things that I like to do the most, which is like fucking studying and reading. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even remember the last time I read a book. On the regular, it would be like reading, studying Japanese, or like listening to music. And that's all stuff that I can do from my house. And also like looking for clothes on the internet. I don't need to go outside to do that. And I don't very much fuck with thrifting anymore. So it's just like going out it's just a little bit pointless because it's like, why would I go outside whenever all the things that I like to do I can do from my own room? And also, it's just like, oh my god, shit back here, man. Like, this is all I need. I'm like SpongeBob from the one episode. Whenever the nigga cut off all, whenever that nigga cut off Patrick and Sandy. When it comes to building relationships and making them stronger, using the example of confidants, it made me think even more about the idea of the passage of time. When you do stuff in life and you have other people around you to like know about what you're doing, it's essentially a way of them to document it. I think the concept of that is cooler than just taking a picture. And back on the topic of me, whenever it comes to doing stuff, I would much prefer to do it with someone else as opposed to doing it by myself. Or at least if it's something where I like gotta go outside and do something, like if I'm participating in an outdoor activity, I just much prefer to do it with someone else because it's like it it makes the experience better because it increases the chance that I won't get bored and just get on my phone and start trying to figure out like some way to entertain myself. If you really think about it, life is like an ongoing story with multiple perspectives. You may remember something happening one way, but then they might remember details that you don't remember, or they might remember it happening a certain way that is different from the way that you remember it. And that kind of makes the story a little bit more interesting, in my opinion. Part of what helped me come to this realization was I started going to the gym. Over time, obviously, I started to notice differences in like physical differences with my body. I started getting excited because I was like, "Oh shit, I'm getting swole as fuck, nigga! Like, I can't wait to see my niggas again." So then I can like show off like my fucking gains. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't take my shirt off, but like I would get excited about them seeing the new version of me. I guess whenever people in general see you, it's like they just see you for the you that you are at that current moment in time. They don't have any idea about the you from the past, which I think is kind of, I'm not going to say it's good, and I'm also not going to say that it's completely messed up, but it's just like you might have in the past have been like really fat, like me, for example. Now you are skinnier and you lost a lot of weight. So the all the people that you come across in life, they're just gonna see you as like a regular person and they're gonna know you for the skinny version of you. If you have a friend or just anybody in general that you know, and then over time you lose the weight, they'll be able to see oh, this is what they used to look like, and over time they can attest to like you losing weight, which I think is cooler. For example, in my adult life, I've met multiple people that have told me that they used to be fat. And I think, like, no, you're pretty healthy looking. Like, there's no way that you could have ever been fat. They either show me a picture or they show me some kind of evidence that they actually were fat. And I'm just like, what? Like, bruh, that really was you, bro. Like, niggas really did used to be fat. You would literally never have guessed that about the way that they look. And I think that's kind of proof of what I'm saying because I didn't know them in the past. I only know them for what they look like now. It's so surprising because you get so used to seeing people a certain way. It's not like a scar or like a wheelchair where there's clear evidence where something happened in their past that led to them being the way that they are now. I mean, I guess you have stretch marks, but then it's like people are usually wearing clothes. Another thing that I think that makes this concept even cooler is whenever you sort of stack experiences on top of each other. For example, if you have online friends and you meet them for the first time, but at the same time you're doing something that you've never done before, it makes it like it's like layers of experience stacked on top of each other. One example that I can think of is like the first time I ever went to New York. I went there to meet one of my friends that I met on Discord, and it was the first time. One, it was my first time going to New York. It was also like the first time I ever went to a designer store. It was the first time I went to a Dover Street, and it was also the first time I met another one of my friends. So it's like there's just a whole bunch of experiences layered on top of each other. It's like a cake almost, or like a croissant. I don't know, but I just think that whole like just thinking about it like that, it makes it so much cooler and so much more memorable. One thing that I do want to encourage people to do, try to find like genuine people as soon as possible. I know a lot of people on the internet nowadays like to express the sentiment that like, oh, it's so hard to make friends because there's no third spaces or whatever. And it's like there's nowhere to go and fucking everything's expensive, so I can't really afford blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, I understand that, but you still gotta try though. I mean, I know that sounds kind of like, I know that might sound kind of like asinine, but coming from me because I'm like, okay, oh, look at me. I've got all my friends. I don't need any more. But it's like, it's not like that. I really like, I'm very hard on finding like genuine people that I really fuck with. And it's like now that I've found like a decent amount of people that I genuinely fuck with, I don't really feel the need to find more. If I do make more friends in the future, okay, cool. But like actually like going out with the intention of trying to make new friends, I honestly don't really see myself doing that anytime soon. So, like I said, I encourage people to try to find those people as fast as possible. You can start a new record of the documentation of your life with another person, like through another person, as quickly as possible. And then over time, that record, it just gets longer. And I think that's really cool because think about it now. Most of the friends that I have right now, I've known all of them for at least 2 years. Now, your friends, as they grow, as we all get older, they might start their own families and do their own shit, and then it's like you won't have as much time to spend with them because they've got their own shit going on. So wouldn't it be better for you to try to find like a boyfriend or a girlfriend? And to that, I would probably say it's really up to each its own. But to me personally, like I'm just a pessimistic ass nigga. If I'm gonna be completely honest, whenever I think of it, I'm like, okay, I feel like a friendship, if you have like genuine people that you really fuck with, a friendship is probably gonna last longer than a relationship, simply just for the fact that it doesn't come with the same kind of obligation and responsibility as a relationship. But also, you could break up with somebody for anything for like at any time. It's like they might just lose attraction for you or something like that, and it's like, well, I don't want to keep dating. It's like, oh, you get cheated on. It's like, well, in a friendship you don't really have that because it's like, how you gonna cheat on somebody in a friendship unless y'all niggas are weird or some shit like that, like friends with benefits. But even then it's like it's not really cheating because you aren't dating. But anyways,
This does not mean that you shouldn't try to find love or a romantic relationship because a friendship is better, or that you should settle on being friends with someone you like more than a friend just for the sake of maintaining a connection with them. We're simply just saying that in a friendship, the documentation is less likely to be lost due to some fickle reason because it doesn't have the same responsibilities and obligations that a romantic one has.
with a friendship, it's like you won't just suddenly like if y'all actually like fuck with each other and you like made an actual connection with that person, y'all are gonna be friends forever. Well, at least I would hope y'all would. But then again, people will probably say the same thing about a relationship. It's like an ideal relationship. Like people, you would be with that person forever. So then you'd have that record for longer. But I don't know. I feel like it technically you can apply that same mindset that thinking ideally to both situations, but the way I think about it, I feel like I feel more secure in maintaining a friendship than I would like a romantic relationship. Your friend isn't just gonna stop talking to you because like they feel unattracted to you or some shit. Like, and if they do, that's fucking weird. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But anyways, another thing I really want to harp on when it comes to the topic of finding genuine friends is that you want to make sure that you take the time to really find the people that are for you, because although I did just say like, oh, with relationships, they could just leave you at any time, or you might not ever talk to that person again. And so it's like all that quote unquote progress that you built up. I don't know why the fuck I just said quote unquote. Your girl or boy could leave you at any time. The same thing can happen with friends. Like, you could have a whole fucking group, or you could have a best friend in high school, and then like once it comes to like the first year of college, you niggas don't talk to each other anymore. And it's like, okay, y'all niggas during high school, y'all had hella dreams of like, oh, we're gonna grow, we're gonna be together forever, and we're gonna be roommates and shit, and blah blah blah, and we're gonna be successful, and your kids are gonna hang out with my kids, and blah blah blah. But it's like, well, now a year later after graduating, y'all niggas don't even talk to each other. It's like they could have a whole new fucking phone number for all you know. Shit, they could be shit. They might be dead and you don't know that because y'all just don't talk to each other anymore. But yeah, honestly, make sure that you find people that actually like you for you and that you actually have common interests with, because that'll most likely end with you being friends with them for longer, as opposed to y'all stop fucking with each other because y'all realize that y'all don't really have anything in common. That's why it would make more sense to find someone that you actually like really fuck with on a deeper level as opposed to like a surface level friendship. So yeah, I feel like I pretty much said all that I had to say. In short, try to find people that you genuinely fuck with as quickly as possible, because you can start your save file, I guess, as quickly as possible, and then time will go by faster than you know, and then you'll have like a super long record of your life and someone that can like recall events from your life because they're essentially like a bookkeeper at that point. Damn, that sounds really like objectifying, but obviously I don't mean it that way. Yeah, like if you do shit with them, you can look back on the moments that y'all did something cool or learn something or experience something new. If you die, they still have like memories of your legacy, and they could probably tell your tale to like their own kids or some shit like that. I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty much all I was thinking about.
You know what it was, you know what it is. Only seeing my hand pulling cake out of me. Anything I probably say out my way with this shit. I done lived another life, really 4 nigga.